Greetings and salutations. Greetings, greetings and salutations. 3i Atlas, we have 48 hours left. 48 hours now, folks. 48 hours left. This comet is approaching, and guess what happened? I'm about to tell you. It's approaching. Yes, indeed. So let me cut the creepy music off. Let's cut the creepy music off. Guys, all countries have a international asteroid warning network. It has just been launched a few days ago. It's called the Interplanetary Defense System. I didn't know we had one. They have now launched it. Pretty much they're shields. They're shields that will shield the actual planet. So this thing has changed its trajectory. It has. This is a ship. This is a spaceship that's approaching. But the thing is, it's when it makes its closest approach to Earth, we're not gonna be able to see it. We're more than likely are not gonna be able to see this thing with the naked eye. However, the coma around it is so huge that it's damn near half the diameter of the sun. That's how huge it is. So I don't know what this thing is, but here's the thing. This is now, even in the last 48 hours, scientists cannot explain why it has an anti-tail, an anti-sunward tail. They can't explain it. And it's holding that tail. It has it also has a regular cometary tail too. It does. It has two of them. But it has one in the front, and it's maintaining its shape for like millions of miles ahead of it. Okay? So something is maintaining that. That's not natural. That's not natural. And they know that. They know that now. And also, it has now changed its trajectory again. It's headed towards Jupiter. Now, why is it going to Jupiter? I'm not sure. But that's where it looks like it's headed. I don't know what's going to happen Friday, but they're not telling us. They're not going to tell us. My suspicion is it's just going to whiz right past us and head towards Jupiter. That's what it looks like it's doing. But it has changed its trajectory on us. It has. And the thing is pulsating. That's not natural. It's not. Look, since this thing, so I first come to learn about this thing before the Diddy trial, maybe like 2 months before the Diddy trial. We knew that this thing was headed our way, and it's interstellar. It's an interstellar object, right? Right after the Diddy sentencing, I was waiting to see if they were going to, when it passed Mars, we were going to see the pictures, but the government shut down. We couldn't see it. They won't let us see it. It went really close to Mars, which means that their Mars rover should have took some very clear pictures. But they did show us the pictures, but they were not clear. Maybe this thing has technology on it where it doesn't want us to take pictures of it. That's what I'm thinking. But they cannot explain why it has a frontward facing tail. That's defying the laws of gravity and the laws of physics. So this thing is going really, really, really fast, right? It's going really fast, which means that it's not within the bounds of the gravity of the sun. That's how fast it's going. And you mean to tell me it has a frontward tail? That doesn't make sense. I know that doesn't make sense, and I slept in science class. That doesn't make sense. And it's straight too. Now it's starting to rotate. It wasn't rotating before. It was maintaining it still straight. I can see that, comets normally have a tail, dust, falling behind it. That's what the tail is. It does have that. It has two of them, but it has one in the front, though, that's maintaining its shape for millions of miles ahead of it. So a lot of people seem to think that this is technology it has so that nothing will hit it. It's getting things out of its way. It's clearing things out of its way. Because remember, this thing went through the asteroid belt and didn't hit anything. This thing when it came into our galaxy, it's with pinpoint precision that is getting ready to go right under the galactic plane. That's the planetary plane. That's not normal. That's not normal. It's with pinpoint precision that this thing is flying. Pinpoint precision. And what they failed to had told us was about a couple months ago, this thing was flashing lights every 17 minutes. It'll flash a light at us. That's like Morse code or something. Every 17 minutes on the dot, it'll flash. Every 17 minutes. That's not natural. That's not naturally made. So I don't care what they trying to pull a Jedi mind trick on us. That's not naturally made. I'm sorry, it's not now we're at the moment. We at the moment now. Because Friday is right around the corner. We at the moment. But I don't know when Friday this thing is supposed to whiz by. I'm not sure. Is it going to be at midnight or is it going to be sometime during the day? I'm not sure. This thing is coming so close that it will be able to take pictures of us, but we can't take pictures of it. That's how close this thing is headed, and it actually changes trajectory. That's scary. And there's a lot of things going on in the planet right now that's not normal. The sun is acting up again. The sun is responding to it. Now we're expecting multiple earthquakes around the world. We're expecting them now. Multiple earthquakes. It's almost like the sun is like communicating with it. And also, it has a coma around the object, right? Did you know that coma has consciousness? It shares the same consciousness we share. It's alive. Okay, here come Rachel. This means, well, look, I know you're saying I'm in the celestial, but you're expecting earthquakes. We're expecting earthquakes now. So whatever this damn thing is not a comet. Okay, let me just say this. Say you throw a rock, right? Say you just picture yourself throwing a rock. No, hold on. Say you picked up a rock out of the water and you throw the rock. With your knowledge of gravity, isn't it safe to say that the water will be trailing the rock? As when you throw it, the water is going away from the rock. Wouldn't it be safe to say that? No. What's happening with this object is the water is in front of the rock. So imagine you throw a rock and the water is still shooting out in front of it, going in this direction. That's what's happening here. That's not normal. The coma around it, the particle, the coma, the gassing and the bubble around it is actually sharing the same consciousness we're sharing. It has its own consciousness. The sun is conscious. The sun has consciousness to it. We have consciousness. The earth has consciousness. That we know, but we don't know everything about the universe. We do not know. We only see 5% of the observable universe. We only could use 5% of our mind. We only could see 5% of the oceans. What's up with that 5%? Why can't we see 10%? There's something else out there. So without further ado, we're going to listen to this right here.
Separates us from the moment of truth. If you are listening to this, you are likely feeling the same tension that is gripping the entire astronomical community right now. The countdown has begun. In just 2 days, on December 19th, the interstellar object 3I Atlas will make its closest approach to Earth. For months, we have been told to look away. We have been told it is just a rock, a dirty snowball, a fragment of a dead solar system passing through the night. But today, the narrative has shifted. Today, the data has spoken, and it is saying something that no one expected. Welcome back. Before we dive into the new information that has just hit the servers, information that changes everything we thought we knew about this visitor, make sure you are subscribed and have notifications turned on. The next 48 hours are going to be critical. You need to be here for every update. Let's talk about what just happened. A new preprint paper has appeared on the Arxiev server. It is titled The Anti-Tail of Three-Eye Atlas Wobbled Before Perihelion. Now, I know what you are thinking. Anti-tail sounds like science fiction, but in astronomy, it is a known phenomenon. Usually, it is an optical illusion, a trick of perspective where the
Stop right there. Yeah, I want to say this from what I learned with the anti-tails, right? It's a known thing, but usually it's an optical illusion. It's not real. Once we get close to it, we'll see that there's no anti-tail. This has a anti-tail. It's not an optical illusion. This is not natural. So whatever this is, if it's an unmanned spaceship, it's definitely being controlled by something. If it's unmanned, I don't know if it's manned or not. But if it is manned, they know what exactly they're doing. Or if it's being controlled from somewhere else, they definitely know what they're doing. Also, from the region of the cosmos this thing came from, there was some activity just recently. So something is going on. Something definitely is going on now. But the countdown is on now. And they have the interplanetary defense up right now. They're waiting for it. They don't know what's going on, but they're waiting. They're waiting for it. Aren't you excited?
comet's tail appears to point toward the sun instead of away from it, caused by the Earth crossing the plane of the comet's orbit. It is rare, but it happens. But this is not an illusion. The new data, analyzed by a team of independent researchers and corroborated by ground.
We about to hear the smoking gun in a second. Rachel, I hear what you're saying. Rachel, this is what you've been waiting for. This is the moment. This is what you've been waiting for right here. You say you've been waiting your whole life. This is it. Friday is it. This is what you have been waiting for. Okay? They are what you've been waiting for. Listen, this spacecraft is something you have never seen nothing this sexy. Never. You have never seen technology like this. You have never seen nothing this sexy. I'm telling you. I am excited. No, they're not little green men. They might be like us. They might be like us. They might be controlling it from somewhere else. I've been trying to tell people there's an intergalactic senate. It is. It's a senate. I know I'm sounding like I've been watching too much Star Wars. I know that's what it sounds like. But yo, this is what we've been waiting for. They decided they getting ready to pull up. They might not pull up to us, but they gonna do a drive-by. They definitely doing that. This is what you've been waiting for real. Aren't you feeling it right now? Aren't you getting goosebumps? This is what we've been waiting for. It's on its way. It's on time too. They said it'll do a drive-by on the 19th. They are right about that. That thing is on time. It's on its way. You see what I'm saying? And it's headed to Jupiter. This is not by accident that it went so close to Mars. It's almost like it's taking snapshots of us. Oh, yeah, this is what we've been waiting for right here. Oh, yes. I know you're talking about Gilligan's Island. I don't know what you're saying, but this is it right here. I know she clowning because she's been clowning me for a minute. Yes. You ain't going to be clowning on Friday. We going to see. Hold up. Here's this for you, Rachel. Hold on. Because I knew you was That's for you right here. I had to put on this music. Doom, 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 doom. Luke, Obi-Wan never told you what happened to your father, Luke. I am your father, Luke. The dark side. Welcome, Rachel. Welcome to the dark side. Welcome to the dark side. Welcome to the dark side. Welcome, Wendell. Welcome to the dark side. Okay? I had to put the creepy music on for you real quick. Now let's get back to this here commentary. Did you hear that? The tail has a wobble to it, meaning that it has transferred, it has shifted its course. That's what it's doing. Precisely shifting its course. The scientists know this. That's why they tripping out right now. Like, look, God, we might have to put this interplanetary defense system out because we don't know what this is. Okay? This is defying the laws of gravity. It has an anti-sunward tail. Okay? That's straight as that's straight as the equator. It's crazy. It's stabilizing itself for the flyby. That's what it's doing. Did you notice dimming now? Guys, it's dimming. That means it might be slowing down. Or it might be what do you call it? Now see, now it looks like I'm watching too much Star Wars. It might be turning off some of its thrusters. I know. Look, I'm like, could you imagine me? I was a kid. I was excited about this stuff. I said in my lifetime, there's going to be an object from the cosmos that's going to come by us. This is it. This is what I've been waiting for. You said the volume is messed up. You said the show hasn't started. You said, Max, is the volume messed up or the show hasn't started? See, the reason why the volume mess. Hold up. Let me fix this. Hold on. I know what's going on. Hold on. I gotta fix it. We gotta fix it. No, the show has started. Just hit refresh. The show has definitely started. Thank you, Freestyle, for the blessing. Thank you very much. No, it's back. It's back better now because I had so many windows open. Thank you for telling me, because sometimes I get carried away. But yeah, oh, I appreciate it. You said it just dropped out a little. Yeah, I know, because I was working on a program in the back end. I had to shut it down. Thank you, Sharice. So what's happening is this scientist is off the hook. I forget his name. So he's been watching this thing, right? He said, "Okay, it has a tail in front of it, right? Okay, that's cool, but it's optical illusion." So he kept looking at it. The closer it's getting, he said, "That's not an optical illusion. It really does have a frontward facing tail. It really does." Okay, so this is not normal. It's not normal. So now they're trying to figure out. They're analyzing the tail now. Now it's wobbling. Now they're like, "Oh shit." That means that it's correcting it's rotating. It's like it's turning a little bit. And it's dimming down. It's dimming down. Meaning that I'm telling you right now, it must have thrusters on it. It has to. This thing is going really, really fast. Okay. So it's not bounds by the gravity of the sun. It's not. So what it basically is doing is it's doing a flyby, but it can see us. I'm pretty sure it can see us. And they probably see you. Let me tell you this. This universe is so big that we can't even conceive how big this universe is. There's life out there, but they may not know we exist because we don't know they exist. It's just that it's so big. You have to really look at you can't look at all the stars. There's billions of them, trillions of them. But if you get lucky, you might find something. Must have got lucky and found us. Or maybe they already knew we existed. Or some theories are saying that this is not the first time this thing has done a flyby on us. But we didn't have technology back in the 1920s and 30s. We didn't know. But this thing may have been orbiting us for a while. And it's now coming back to orbit us again. That's one of the theories. Oh, God. She said, "I'm going to watch the Star Trek." She clowning me. She watching it. That's Rachel. Talking about she going to watch the Star Trek reruns on me. But yeah. Yes, Rachel. They are lowering their thrusters. And it's changing course. And it's headed this way. It's headed this way. That's what's happening right now. It might not, like I said, and I ain't saying this because you know what you're going to say Friday. This is what you're going to say. Well, it's here. I don't see it. Listen, you're not going to see it. You're not going to see it. Because that's what's going to happen next. Oh, Friday, right around 5, 6, or 7 o'clock at night. She'll be like, "Well, how come we don't see it?" Yeah, she can be like, "How come we don't see it?" Look, it's not actually pulling up on us. It's doing a flyby. Thank you, Freestyle. Thank you for the support. Because, people think I'm crazy over here. You said, "I hope it's friendly and just observing." I think it's just observing. Or I hope it's help. I think it might be coming to help in the planetary conjunction, not create earthquakes and volcanoes. I know. You said your puppy can't go this. So no, I'm not. I don't think that's gonna happen to you. Thank you. Yes, the tail is long as the distance to the moon. I'm talking about the anti-tail. I'm talking about the tail in front of it. Millions of miles long. So my question is, what is that? Like I said again, if you pick up a rock out of the water, or just pick up a rock and you throw it, Gravity and stuff will tell you that the dust is flying behind it. Okay? Not in front of it. This thing is in front of it. It's in front of it. It's millions of miles in front of it. That doesn't make sense. What is it? It doesn't what's doing that? You know how like when planes fly, you know how like the debris and stuff fly behind it? Or even with the chemtrails, when you see chemtrails up there, something is flying, but something is in back of it creating them chemtrails. The chemtrails are in back of the object that's going frontward. Okay, so imagine this thing is coming. It's like going frontward, but there's the tail in front of it, and it's straight as fuck. That's not natural. I don't care what nobody say. That's not natural. Just use your common sense. This is not natural. It's not. Now the damn thing is wobbling, meaning that it's changing direction. That's what it's doing. Yeah, they're watching us. They've been watching us. You said it's breaking the speed, bro. I hope not. What you mean is breaking the speed? That's what you think? Somebody else said that too. Like, bro, it's breaking the speed, yo. It's not turning. It's breaking speed. It's slowing down. Bro, if that damn thing slow down and start orbiting Earth, you're never going to hear the last. I'm going to go outside. You're never going to start yelling. You're never going to hear the last of it. I'm gonna go crazy that day if it does that. Thank you, freestyle. It looks like it might be slowing down. It might be, but it is wobbling now. And now scientists like, oh, I don't know what that. I don't know. Now the interplanetary defense system is up. All nations are on high alert. Okay, all nations. I'm talking about Russia, Iran, Japan, China, the States, Canada, Brazil, everybody. Everybody's on high alert. So what's going on? Why don't they just tell us? See, now I don't want to keep talking about it because now I'm going to get salty. Like, just tell us. Like, common sense will tell you if something is going forward. They got a tail in front of it. It's not natural. You said, Max, can you do an evil laugh for us? It's not natural. It is not natural. It is not natural. No, you're looking for Bison. That's what you're looking for. Bison will be coming tomorrow. You're right. Bison will be making his Bison will be coming tomorrow. This thing is not natural, Ryan. They got to stop playing with us. It's not natural. Ryan, look, let me say this again. Ryan, if a plane is going forward, right? Wouldn't the debris be going in back of it? It'd be pulling away from the plane. It's not going in front of the plane, correct? Because if it was going in front of the plane, that's defying the laws of gravity and physics, correct? This thing is defying the laws of gravity and physics. The tail is in goddamn front of it. Okay? It's in front of it. And they got two tails in back of it. It's two of them in back of it. But it has a straight one in front of it. And it's millions of miles long. Millions. Bro, we get ready to, man, I don't know, man. I don't know. All right, y'all ready for this? Are y'all ready for this? Wait a minute. You said audio, sound. No sound. Hold on a second. But can you hear him talking? Can you hear the guy talking though? Hold on a second. Let me see something. Oh, wait a minute. No wonder. No wonder. Hold on a second. Hold on. Let me think of something. Hold on. Interesting that that's happening. Now all of a sudden the audio went away. Oh, they don't want us to know this. Guys, they don't want you to hear this. Because they messing up my get up here. Yep. It's messing it up. Hold on, let's see. Hold on.
News show a slight
Oh,
deviation.
got it back. We got it back. I'm gonna be watching the chat. Hold on.
Flyby. The wobble occurred right before
I want you to hear what he's about to say. You think the wobble is the big news? Oh no, the wobble is not the big news. What he's about to tell you is getting ready he getting ready to tell you something real sexy. Hold on a second. Hold on.
perihelion. That is the point of maximum stress. That is the point where you would need to be most careful if you were navigating a gravity well. And now it is coasting toward us. The latest trajectory models, the ones they aren't showing on the evening news, show a slight deviation, a tiny, almost imperceptible shift in its orbit that occurred exactly when the wobble was detected. It changed lanes. We are tracking it. We are watching it. But the course correction is just the beginning. What I'm about to tell you now makes that look like a minor detail.
Stop. That's what I wanted you to hear. He said, what I'm about to tell you now makes that look like a minor detail. Guys, the thing is slowing down. It's starting to dimmer now. There's helicopters flying around here. Now, I don't know if something happened around here. There's been military here. It's been helicopters flying around. I don't know if it's military or not. There's been a lot of activity going on. And there's a lot of activity. If you go to Flight Radar right now, there's a lot of activity going on. There's a lot of military aircraft around the country flying around. You know those defense military fighter jets? They're all around. They have been activated. Something is up, bro. But I heard, this is a lot of speculation, but somebody had came out and said that whatever this thing is, it already sent us a message saying that they're friendly and they're here to help. It already said it. Now, this ain't no Project Bluebeam, bro. This ain't no Project Bluebeam. It said we are here to help. And don't even try to fight us. Don't even try. Because let me tell you something. If this thing made its closest approach to the sun and still survived, listen, there ain't nothing we could do with this bad thing here. There ain't nothing we could do about it. But listen to what he about to say now. Y'all ready for this?
We talked about the anti-tail, but we didn't talk about what it's made of. The latest spectral analysis from the deep field arrays in Chile has just come in, and it is impossible. Avi Loeb just published a new analysis that puts the sheer scale of this thing into perspective. He calculated the dimensions of this anti-tail structure. It is not just a tail, it is a bridge. It extends for over 400,000 kilometers.
Okay. Now your skin should be raising off your head. It's not a tail. It's a fucking bridge. It's a part of the ship. That's why, because I'm like, wait a minute. That makes more sense that it's an extension of whatever that ship is. It's an extension. It's like an antenna. It's an extension. But something is blowing off of it, like it's blowing in back of it. Okay, so it's, how can I explain? It's like a bridge, but there's stuff blowing off of it that's going, it's actually an anti-tail. It's actually a tail, but there's a bridge right there. It's a part of the ship and stuff is flying off that bridge. That's why it looks like what it looks like. It's a part of the ship. This thing is fucking huge, dog. This thing is huge. Whatever this thing is huge. Holy crap. This thing is, guys, this is the mothership. This thing is huge, bro. It is no way we could fight it. No way. No way. We ain't never seen no technology like this. That thing is a part of it. Because they're like, damn, it's an anti-tail. No, it's actually something. It's like it's a part of the ship, but something is blowing off of it. That's why it looked like it's a tail in front of it. Because it actually is a tail, but it's blowing off of whatever that material is in front of it. That's a part of the ship. I think that's what it is. Holy crap.
Let that sink in. That is larger than the distance from the Earth to the moon. Imagine.
Oh my God. Oh my God. This thing, listen, this thing is so huge. It's the distance between the Earth and the moon. That's how big this thing is. What the fuck? It's if it parks near us, it can extend to the moon. That's how big the ship is. Holy bro, like what is this? What is this? Yo, what, bro? Did y'all just hear that? Now the data's coming. They saying, oh, now we know why it has an anti-tail. It's actually a part of the ship, and debris is blowing off of that. That's why it looks like an anti-tail, because the debris is blowing off of that. That thing is millions of miles long. I mean, whatever, how many miles long. It's equivalent from the Earth to the moon. That's how long it is. I ain't like your mind can't even conceive that technology. You can't even conceive it, bro. They've been waiting to pull up on us, dog. They've been waiting. They were like, oh, y'all think we aliens? Okay, we human. And then this dude came out and said, if it is who he think it is, he said they're black. That's what he said. He said if it's who he think it is, he said these aliens were here when the Egyptians were here. They helped out, and they're coming back. That's what he said. They're in black suits. And he said they dressed in black suits. And they're human. That's what he said, yo. He said if it's who he think it is. You mean to tell me it has something that's that long that it can reach the moon from the Earth? No, it's like I can't believe that. Like, because we can't create nothing like that. Let me rewind this. Holy crap.
Field arrays in Chile has just come in, and it is impossible. Avi Loeb just published a new analysis that puts the sheer scale of this thing into perspective. He calculated the dimensions of this anti-tail structure. It is not just a tail, it is a bridge. It extends for over 400,000 kilometers. Let that sink in. That is larger than the distance from the Earth to the moon. Imagine a structure, coherent, organized, and wobbling, that could bridge the gap between our world and our satellite. And it is attached to an object that is supposedly just a few hundred meters across? The math does not add up. The mass ratio is all wrong, unless the tail isn't mass, unless the tail is energy. And here is the kicker. This structure is interacting with the solar wind in a way that defies fluid dynamics. Normal cometary tails are passive. They are blown back by the sun's particles, like smoke in the wind. They are messy. They are turbulent. They disperse. This tail, it is cutting through the solar wind. It is maintaining its shape against the stream of charged particles coming from the sun. It is coherent. That implies one thing: magnetic containment. If you have a magnetic field strong enough to shield a structure that size from the solar wind, you do not have a rock. You have a generator. You have an engine. And this engine is parking itself on our front lawn. Science Alert just confirmed the timeline. December 19th. 2 days. That is the date of the closest approach. They are calling it a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. They are telling you to look for a faint, fuzzy patch in the constellation of Lepus. But they are leaving out the most important part. The object is dimming again. Think about it. As an object gets closer to Earth, it should be getting brighter. That is basic physics. Sunlight reflects off the ice. It should be flaring. It should be visible to the naked eye by now. But 3i Atlas is doing the opposite. It is going dark. The magnitude is dropping. It is fading into the background stars. It is almost as if it knows it is being watched. It is engaging a cloak. Or maybe it is simply absorbing the energy we are trying to shine on it. Why would an interstellar object want to hide right before it passes the only inhabited planet in the system? And that brings us to the final piece of the puzzle for today. The signal, or rather, the lack of one. We have been listening for radio waves. We have been listening for pings.
Oh, by the way, guys, I forgot to say this. That's a very important piece of information. This damn thing is silent. It ain't saying shit now. Nothing. It's silent. It's silent. Nothing. Like, like nothing is silent. And it's going dark now. So yeah, it's so big that we're supposed to see it with the naked eye. We're supposed to look up in the sky and see it, but it's not allowing us to. It's not allowing us to. It's not allowing us to because they don't want these idiots down here to know what this moves like. They don't want it. They don't want it to know the moves. You see what I'm saying? Okay, because they already know that people down here ain't rap tight. It already knows that. Like, these people ain't rap tight. We're gonna have to move and shake a certain way. See, I'm putting this in layman's terms. This thing is moving so swiftly. Now it's going dark on us. It's moving in silence. It ain't making no noise. So what is it? But what it does know is they know humans are so shifty down here. Yeah, they'll try to send a rocket at us. You feel me? They'll try. Nah, we ain't doing all that. We gonna go dim on you. It's going dim. We're not gonna be able to see it. It's something that big. You're supposed to be able to see it. I'm just talking like that. You see what I'm saying? We're supposed to be able to see it. How come we can't see it? See, this thing knows what it's doing. Because we're gonna try something. We're gonna try something, and it knows it. So it's at a safe distance to where we can't try nothing. It's at a safe distance. Okay? And it's gonna keep going and get down. They look like it's headed to Jupiter. That's where it looked like it's going. And it's gonna park there and watch us. I bet you. It's just gonna park itself and watch us. Like that. Before it figure out what they want to do. They probably already know what they want to do. Like, yeah, we going to eventually have to go down there and check these humans because they crazy. Because you know what's going to happen if they send ships down. We going to try to sit there and shoot one down. You already know that. Yeah, the sun can't damage it. And the sun has been interacting, throwing stuff at it, rays at it, nothing. You can't damage it. So it's going to be at a safe distance to where we can't even mess with it. Because we don't have no technology to get that far. To get to it. They could send probes and stuff, but it's not going to work. It's definitely not. It's definitely. I can know. I can't prove it, but I know now. Definitely, this is not naturally made for sure. It's not. I think it's a probe, or it could be a manned spaceship. But I think it's a probe, though. I think it's something they sent to watch us, just so they can get a closer up view. They've been watching us. They've been watching us, but I think it knows that it's what being watched. Like, nah, yeah, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna go over here. You know what I'm saying? Your little itty bitty interplanetary defense systems ain't working. If we want to come pull up, it ain't gonna work. They already trying to tell us now. They being honest with us now. Now they trying to say yes, there is life out there. That's what they're telling us. And the president is supposed to say something about it eventually, because they said Bush found out about it in his presidency, Bush Jr. But he decided, him and his group, they decided not to tell us. Because he said that, people are heavy into their religion. He said people will start to freak out. And they didn't want that. So in his presidency, they decided not to tell us. And apparently Obama decided not to tell us either. But this old dude over here, he about to tell us. And they trying to get him to stop. They trying to tell him, no, Mr. President, don't say nothing yet. He said, why not? He'll be the one to tell us. Like, yeah, they're out there. For sure, they're out there. And they're more powerful than us, yes. They're more powerful, for sure. You said my message to, you said everybody here is to meditate. Yeah, it could be an energy or something. Maybe it's something for us to receive, like to enlighten us or something. I'm thinking positive like that too.
SETI Institute has turned the Allen Telescope Array toward it. The Green Bank Telescope is listening. But what if we are listening for the wrong thing? What if the signal isn't a beep, but a shadow? I'm going to show you the light curve data that has been leaked from the amateur network. It shows a pattern that looks suspiciously like binary code hidden in the dimming events. You need to see this graph. December 19th is coming. Do not look away. We are looking at the smoking gun. The evidence that 3I Atlas is not just a rock tumbling through the dark. Look at this. This is the photometric light curve of the object over the last 48 hours. For those of you who aren't astronomers, let me explain what you are seeing. A light curve is a graph of brightness over time. For a normal comet, a dirty snowball, as NASA likes to call them, this line should be messy. It should be jagged, random, noisy. Comets rotate, they tumble, they have uneven surfaces. The light reflects off ice, then rock, then ice again. It is chaotic. But look at this line. It is flat, perfectly flat. And then drop, flat, drop, flat, drop. These aren't random fluctuations. These are pulses. The object is dimming by exactly 0.4 magnitudes every 144 minutes. Regular as a clock, precise as a metronome. Nature does not make straight lines. Nature does not keep time to the millisecond. We are seeing a strobe effect, but it is not flashing light at us. It is blocking light from us. It is an inverse signal. And here's where it connects to the paper we discussed earlier. The one about the wobbling tail. If you overlay the graph of the tail's wobble with the graph of these dimming events, they match perfectly. When the tail swings left, the object dims. When the tail swings right, the object returns to baseline. This is not a tumble. This is a mechanism. Think about the physics of that. A structure larger than the distance to the moon is swinging back and forth in perfect sync with the rotation of the main body. That requires a rigid connection. That requires structural integrity that ice and dust simply do not have. If you tried to swing a cloud of dust that size back and forth, it would dissipate. It would tear itself apart. But this structure is holding together. So, what are we looking at? We are looking at a massive, stabilized structure that is orienting itself. And it is orienting itself relative to us. The Science Alert report that just dropped confirms that 3I Atlas is currently moving through the constellation of Lepus, the Hare. It is just south of Orion. They tell you it is faint. They tell you it is hard to see. But they don't tell you why it is hard to see. It is hard to see because it is absorbing 90% of the light that hits it. The albedo, the reflectivity, is anomalously low. A fresh comet spewing fresh ice should be bright. It should be like a mirror. This thing is like Vantablack. Why would you build a probe that absorbs light? 2 reasons: stealth or power collection. If that tail is actually a collector, a solar sail, or a magnetic scoop, it would appear dark because it is harvesting the energy, not reflecting it. And now, as it approaches the point of closest approach on December 19th, it is fully deployed. We are 48 hours away from the point of maximum efficiency, the point where the sun is at its back and Earth is directly in its path. if you were going to transmit a massive packet of data back home, or if you were going to scan a target planet with high-resolution sensors. This is exactly how you would configure your ship. You would stabilize it. You would deploy your collectors. You would dampen your thermal signature. And you would wait for the alignment. The alignment happens in 2 days. And there is one more thing, a detail buried in the appendix of the new Arcshift paper. The wobble isn't constant. It's accelerating. The frequency is increasing. The heartbeat is getting faster. Whatever this machine is doing, it is spinning up. It is preparing for something. It is pointing at something else. The most terrifying part is yet to come. We know that the anti-tail of 3I Atlas, that massive, wobbling structure stretching out behind the object, is accelerating its oscillation. It is spinning up. But the question remains, what is it pointing at? If this were a comet, the tail would point away from the sun. That is the law of physics. The solar wind pushes the gas and dust outward. It is simple. It is predictable. But 3I Atlas is breaking the law. The latest astrometric data, triangulated from observatories in Australia and South Africa, shows that the anti-tail is not aligned with the solar wind vector. It is off by 12 degrees. 12 degrees might not sound like much, but in celestial mechanics, it is everything. It means the tail is not being pushed. It is being aimed. So, we traced the line. We followed the vector of that massive 400,000 kilometer structure out into the deep black. We wanted to see where it led. It points directly at the galactic center. Sagittarius A, the heart of the Milky Way. The same direction it came from. Think about the implications.
All right, let me just say something there. He just said something that's very important. So he said that this thing is being pushed and is being pointed at the galactic center. That's where it came from. So that means that that's where it's being controlled at. That's what that makes. That's the way I interpret it. The signal is coming from that area. That's where they're controlling it from the galactic center. Whoever is doing it. Man, that's crazy, bro. It's actually it's in stealth mode. It's like turning dark on us. Because we should be able to see it. That's how big it is. But we're not going to be able to see it.
You have an object that enters our system, performs a gravity assist around our star, stabilizes itself, deploys a massive structure that defies the solar wind, and then locks that structure onto its point of origin. It is not a tail. It is an antenna, a high-gain transmission array. And the wobble, the oscillation we detected, that is the modulation. That is the signal being encoded into the carrier wave. We are witnessing a data dump. Right now, as it passes Earth, 3I Atlas is beaming everything it has learned back home. It is uploading the scan data. It is reporting on us. And this brings us to the most chilling realization of all, the timing. Why December 19th? Why is the closest approach so important? Because on December 19th, Earth passes directly between 3I Atlas and the Sun. For a brief window of time, we will be in its shadow. Or rather, it will be in ours. This is the moment of maximum signal clarity. The moment when the solar interference is blocked by our own planet, creating a quiet zone for the receiver. Or perhaps it is using our planet's gravity to lens the signal, boosting its power for the long journey back to the core. We are not just observers in this event. We are a component of the transmission. We are the lens. The scientists at Science Alert are calling this a close approach. They are excited about the proximity. They are telling you to watch the skies because it will be beautiful. But they are missing the bigger picture. This isn't a flyby. This is a handshake. We are being indexed. We are being cataloged. And in 48 hours, the file will be sent. So what happens when the upload is complete? What happens when the probe finishes its mission? Does it go dormant? Does it self-destruct? Or does it receive a new command? There is one final anomaly that I haven't shared with you yet. Something that was buried in the raw data logs of the Deep Space Network. A series of pings that started 3 hours ago. They aren't coming from the comet. They are coming to it. Someone is answering. You need to be ready. The final countdown has begun, and now we are standing on the precipice. Tomorrow night, December 19th, 3i Atlas will be at its closest point to our planet. It will be 270 million kilometers away, a stone's throw in cosmic terms. So what should you do? What should you look for?
All right, so the countdown is on. NASA is counting it down too. NASA is watching it. They're counting down. They're aware that this thing has changed trajectory. They're aware of it. But on December 19th, when it do pass through, it's going to be in the shadows, so we can't see it. So I think it's intentional. Like, how all of a sudden, how perfect is that we can't see it? It's going to be in that position that we can't really observe it. I guess be ready for anything on that day. And it's Friday, December 19th. Now, where it's headed to, it appears to look like it's headed to Jupiter, but they're not sure. Yeah, I don't know, Ryan. It's like, is it gonna block? Because didn't the president make a joke and say on the 19th that the sun is gonna go dark? He made a joke about it. He said the lights get shut off for a minute. But we're not gonna be able to see it. He said I'll be seeing you in parentheses. He was joking about something, but he wasn't worried though. He knows. He know it, well, whatever is happening, he knows about it. But he doesn't seem like at all like disturbed. So that's a good sign. But he said something, he made a joke. But we'll see what happens on the 19th. But whatever this thing is huge. Whatever it is. But I don't know. It don't make sense that we can't see it. But I think it's designed for us not to. But yeah, he was making a joke about it. He wasn't joking, actually. He was just saying, he was just like, he wasn't joking. He wasn't smiling either when he said it. And they said that they're holding him back right now. They don't want him to tell us. But he wants to tell us about what's going on. But they told him that it's not a good time right now. Because they're saying people will freak out. You said anyone else having cellular interference on and off? Yes, I have been. I'm having it now. You can hear it. And also, I turned my cellular off for 5G so I could get my eyesight back. And it worked. Because I was having problems seeing my phone. When I look at text messages on my phone, everything was blurry. Like my eyes were messed up. But as soon as I took 4G off, about maybe 1 or 2 weeks later, my eyes went back to normal. Everything is crystal clear on my phone. Everything. I thought my eyes had a problem. No. Nope. I can see everything crystal clear. I can move my phone all the way away from my eyes. Yeah, that thing was messing me up, bro. Okay, if you're having the same issue looking at your phone, go to your settings and take 5G off. In about a week or so, your eyes will go back to normal. And when you go to sleep, put your phone on the desk. In about a week or so, you'll be able to see your phone clearly again. It'll be almost like in high definition. You said because he'll be in the Cheyenne Mountain. Has it been confirmed that's where he's going? Because if that's where he's going, then we need to be careful then. He said something about he joked about it. He said, "Oh, the sun is about to blink. Oh, it's about to blink for a little bit." But he wasn't joking though. He wasn't smiling. And he said, "Oh, I'm just." He kind of said, no, I'm just messing with you." But he wasn't smiling though when he was saying it. And also, it's almost like somebody has told him something that's worrying him a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Some people seem to think it's a healthy. No, it's not, because he played golf like nobody's business. That's not it. It's like something that's heavily on his mind. But all nations are on high alert because we don't know what this thing is going to do. Is it slowing down to just observe us? We don't know. But actually, I think they know. It may have. Don't you think at this point it communicated with them already? You would think so. There's a channel I watch, and he said a lot of things that you see around doesn't really make sense. He was showing the Chrysler building in New York City. He said, if you really pay attention to this Chrysler building and look at these gargoyles that's on it and these faces that's on it, he said, what is that? They never really explain what that is. I said, yeah, that is true. We don't know. He seemed to think a timeline had shifted. Like we don't have that technology to build some shit like that. That's what he said. We're getting help from somewhere. No, there was a lot of advancement in technology back in the early 1900s, late 1800s. There was a lot of building going on. But he just seemed to think that we didn't have the technology to build tunnels like that. Let me see what Ryan. Wouldn't it be crazy if it blocked the sun and the whole earth goes dark? That's what Trump was joking about. And I'm like, why is he doing that? Like, why is he said it, he said it'll blink for a little bit. Bro, that will be crazy. That will be so forget it'll just be crazy. And I have to say this. Because the coma is so big, it's half the diameter of the sun anyway. That's how big it is. So, and you know what this other guy said? He said the moon was brought to us. The moon wasn't always there. It was like tugged to us. And it's a satellite. It's a big ass satellite. And there's something in back of it that we can't see. It's a lot of stuff that they're not telling us. But I can't really talk like that because I don't have nothing to back it up. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's believed to scare evil spirits. But how about the faces that's on the building though? Not the gargoyles, but the faces. He was like, "What is that?" And he said, "Man," he said, "if you look at one," he said, "damn, that looked like Biggie right there, one of the faces." He said, "What are they trying to tell us?" Yeah, man, I don't know. But he's trying to say that because of the architecture, it's impossible to build. No, it's not. They were building that back in the early 1900s. A lot of the technology that we have now was back then. The bridges and stuff, they had technology back then. See, a lot of people seem to think our technology is the first. No, we had technology back then. You said there are ships going in and out of the sun every day. I don't know, but it's not, it was like we can't prove it. So we'll find out Friday. I think for the most part it'll do a flyby. I'm not sure if it's I don't think it's gonna park nowhere close to us. I think we just gonna do a flyby and keep going. It's already collected data. It could be a massive probe. Could be. If that is a massive probe, then something is following it. Something we'll at some point in our lifetime we're gonna see something else pull up. If it's not already here already, we don't know. But they said the president's supposed to like address the nation eventually on it to finally tell us what we've been waiting for. But George Bush didn't want to say it. He said that we weren't ready yet. And it wasn't a good idea because we had just finished 9/11. And it wasn't a good idea to tell us after 9/11. So that's crazy how so much time has passed. It's almost like many, many lifetimes ago. Because Bush was the president during the 9/11 situation. And then Obama came after that. And Obama was there 8 years. Yeah, it's a long time, actually. You said we can't connect anymore. We said we can't connect anymore. What do you mean? Oh, you saying I hope we don't get internet fallout in some parts of the world. We can't connect anymore. I don't think that's gonna happen. Yeah, they said Steven Spielberg is supposed to come out with a documentary release about disclosure. No, it's just called Disclosure. I think there might have been a decision made to say, okay, it's finally okay to let them know now. Because that's going to change everything, even your perception of what God is. If these aliens tell you, yeah, it would go back to the 1980s. Damn, Ryan, it'll go back. But I know how to read maps, though. I know how to read maps. I can literally get in my car right now and make it to California off memory. I know what roads to take. However, if something like this happened, I won't drive anywhere because everything is digital now, even the gas pumps. Remember back in the 1980s, we had monolog gas pumps that wasn't being controlled electronically. It was mechanical, mainly all mechanical. It wasn't digital. So, and then also my car runs off the cellular. So I wouldn't even be able to drive my car. That's pretty much what will happen. I wouldn't be able to drive it. So I wouldn't be able to go anywhere. However, I know how to get to the other side. And we do remember this, guys. We still have trains that run off diesel. We still do. So the trains will still be able to run. I don't know about the airplanes. I know trains will still be able to move. They never got rid of that. Some of the trains won't be able to operate. Yeah, we'll be stuck where we're at for sure. We'll be stuck. And I remember the 1980s, man, like, because some people they can't like perceive like without technology, without how it is now. I like, yeah, we didn't have our world consisted of our immediate surroundings. That was our world. We heard about California. We heard about it, what we saw on TV. That was our idea of California and what we saw on TV. Or if you were so lucky to travel there, then you would get that experience. But in my mind, California was just loaded with gangbangers. That's in my mind. That's what I thought. I'm thinking like that movie, that's how it is, but it's not how it is. It is, they do have gangs, but not like that. Not like how I thought it was. It was our immediate surroundings, is what our life consisted of. Our life was our immediate surroundings. Just like there's certain people that live in New York, they've never been in New Jersey. It's crazy. And we're like close right there. But it was exciting back then a little bit. It was like a lot of sense of mystery about certain things. Now there's no mystery. We're all connected. You were born and raised in SoCal. Took it for granted. You make your own fresh food and resource. That's how I used to be back in the day. Yeah, I still have maps. I have them in my car. I keep a map in my car. The original map of when they made the grid. Did you know that's still the same? I don't know if y'all know that. The original layout of the roads are still the same. Now there's some roads that I would not cross, but the original roads on how they set them up is still the same. They're still the same. Yep. To this day, they're still the same. That's what's amazing about it. Like, it has not changed. It might have gotten a little better, like they have improved the roads, but those roads are still the same. So I have one in the car, and the only problem is, okay, so let's say where I'm at now. Um, I would have to determine on the map where I am, like on the street. So I'll make a marker, and from where I am, I can look at the roads, and I can literally write down step by step how to get to the main road. Back then we would have to write it step by step. I would have to write it, or I could skip steps if I know the area. If I know the general area, I could skip steps because I just know how to get there. But yeah, they go Rachel Ryan. Rachel's clowning me because she said I'm in the celestial, but Rachel will wait till Friday. Now I don't want to hear it Friday. You saying, well, Max, nothing happened. Nothing. Like, what's going on? I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. Friday, get ready. But yes, so depending on where I am, okay, I usually go by the street. So from there, I could skip steps to get to the main road. And yeah, I would have to write it down, to be honest with you. I'm not that, my memory is like, no, I have to write it down. I would get lost. I would have to write it down. Yeah, it's a pain if you haven't read it in a while. Every now and then I'll look at it. Don't go off the digital maps because, like you said, what happens if everything's shut down? But I'm afraid that my car would shut down. How am I going to get gas? Unless we siphon it. I could siphon the gas in the car. I could do that. But I think if it was a total shutdown, Ryan, people would go crazy. You would have to stay inside. You would have to. Because if something that massive parked on our doorstep, people will freak out. Just like that picture that you see right here. I put that in there's a program I use called Nano Banana 3. Nano Banana Pro. That's what I use. It's an AI software to create any picture you want. And I told it to give me the best example of what they think 3i Atlas looked like, and it gave me this. You see that? You see that right there? That's not the entire ship. That's the tail of it. That's the front facing tail of it. But there's more to the ship in back of it. That's what it was telling me. And that those lights are nuclear reactors to power it. But I mean, I just use that to give me some kind of fantasy picture of what if, like, for example, if it parked near us, that's how it'll look. That's how big it is. So that's not something that'll be something for people to freak out about, especially we don't know where in the planet it'll park at. Like it'll hover at. Maybe it'll be in Europe somewhere. I don't know. But if it has a frontward tail bridge that can reach the moon, that means everybody on the planet will see it. If it parks, everybody will see it. It'll be for everybody to see, which is scary. So I don't know. But yeah, they saying that they think it's a bridge. So for example, let's say if it was near the Earth, it can reach the moon. That's craziness. I don't think it will come near us. I think it's just doing a drive-by. I think it's doing a drive-by, but I don't know. We don't know. But now we know it's not natural. They know that now. They just not telling us. They use people like the person I was listening to. They use him to tell you. And then this other guy that do research on it, he said now Jupiter is acting funny. It's like Jupiter is preparing for something. It's crazy. Because I think this thing is headed towards Jupiter and Jupiter is reacting to it. Oh my God. I don't know what, they ain't tell us nothing in science class. They didn't tell us absolutely nothing in science class, bro. I remember I had a science teacher in grammar school, and he was into this stuff. He said, in y'all lifetime, he told us, he said in the 2020s, he told us this in the year 2000. No, he said in the year 2000 on up. He said the year 2000 on up. You guys are about to witness something. He said, I'm not going to be here with you though. But he said, and look, he said he's not going to be here with, he is still here with us. He's in his 70s now. I don't know why he said that back then. I guess he thought he wasn't going to live, but he's in his 70s. He said that, I wish I could find him. But he said that you're going to witness something. He said, we're not alone. And he said, they're approaching us. He said he knows. Hold on. Man, what happened here? Hold on, guys. I'm having a little bit of a difficulty here. Hold on. All right. All right, there we go. He said something, we're going to witness something in our lifetime. That's what he told me. You said this, going to see it with his telescope, Ray's astrology. Let me see what Ray talking about. I don't know if he's going to be able to see it. Even Ray talked about it. He said the way this thing is acting, it's avoiding us. It don't want us to see it. Look, every time you come in, I'm talking about something crazy. That's hilarious. You showed up. Rachel, you still there? Rachel knows I'm into the celestial. And you know what she say? So what does that mean to us? Like, what is the bottom line? What does this mean? Rachel, I don't know what it's gonna mean. I don't know. She was like, what does this mean? What does this all mean, Maxia? Like, what is this? Like, what does this all mean? I don't know. I don't know what it means. I know something is going on for them to activate the planetary defense system. I know that much. Something is going on. I didn't even know we had one, did you? I didn't know we had a planetary defense system. I didn't know. Like, what does the hold on? Let me see. Let me see what this means. I was reading it earlier, but I was having my audio was going out. It says there is a planetary defense style observing exercise happening that's using 3i Atlas as the target, but it's not because 3i Atlas is threatening Earth. It's called IAWN. It's the International Asteroid Warning Network. Launched a observing astronomy campaign focused on Comet 3i Atlas, running through November 27th through January 27th. The point is to practice and improve how the global observatory community measures comet positions. That's not a defense system, which is harder than asteroids because comets look fuzzy. Yeah, that's not like a defense. I don't know what they're talking about. Now, what is this called? Chat GPT Atlas. You look. The thing is, look, check this out, guys. This they not telling us something. So look, the new web browser for Chat GPT is called Chat GPT Atlas. And the thing that's coming is called 3i Atlas. Yeah, they not telling us something. You have that on pulled up on another tab. That's what it is. It's just look at Rachel. Yeah, Rachel was like, so what does this mean? How is this gonna affect humans? That's what I want to know. I'm like, I don't know yet. She was like, so I just can't be bothered. I'm sorry. I just can't be bothered with it. She said, Max, I went over there. You're in the celestial again. I'm in the I'm not in real world. I'm in the celestial. But what's happening up there can affect us down here. I'm telling you. She think I'm going crazy. Um, yeah, Rachel, you didn't hear this though. It's a bridge in front of it that could reach Earth to the moon. That's how big it is. And then here, I can hear it now. So what does that mean? I don't know. What does that mean for us? Is it gonna? What does that mean? I don't know. I don't know what it means. I don't know. Don't know, guys. Yep, I'm in the celestial, man. It's happening. It's happening. See, that's what I'm thinking, Arlene. Why is this thing called Let me see what it's called again. Why is it called Chat GPT Atlas? I never used this before. I don't even know. It says unlock the web with Chat GPT by your side. Takes action for you. Damn. It says agent mode interacts with sites for you. Always under your control. Use it to do tasks from start to finish. I wonder, can I use this to analyze stocks, to tell me which stocks to buy and when to sell it? I'm gonna have to look into that. Yeah, I wonder, like, and why is it called 3i Atlas? You get it? Third eye? Y'all get this? Third eye. That's what I'm thinking, third eye. You said you could feed it your current portfolio. I wanted to tell me what to invest in. Like maybe it could tell me that. You said it's watching us. That's why. You mean 3 Eye Atlas? Yeah, it's watching us. That's crazy, bro. Oh, let me go to Ray's. If you ever go to Ray's video, it's this one video he posted. This guy sent him a video back, and it looks like an eye. It's like a nebula. It looks like an eye. That's what he was saying. It looks like that nebula that we thought was fake back in the day. Remember they said the nebula, the whatever, I forget what you call it. You said you own a hobby stock portfolio. I had one too. You said all foreign stocks, Japan, Chinese, etc., none American. How are you doing with it? Yeah, I have a fake stock thing too. That's how I called it 3 Eye Atlas. 3-eyed Atlas. That's what they call it. It says it's gonna give a bridge to the moon so we can visit. You imagine that? I ain't going to that. I don't have no desire to go to the moon though. I don't. Unless it's something up there groovy or something that we could, I don't have no I don't have no I don't have no desire to go to the moon. I don't. Unless there's something up there that'll benefit us. You said you began it with Ameritrade and Schwab. How you doing with it? I wanted to give me the stocks that this thing is getting ready to boom or something. I need something like that. You know? What if it does that? Like, I don't know how it'll, like, because then everybody be benefiting. Somebody got to lose in the stock market. I don't know. You said one stock is a Canadian mine. Is doing great. How much is it per share right now? It's something going on. So it's got Atlas. They call the web browser Atlas, Chat GPT Atlas. This thing is headed to us. It's called 3 Eye Atlas. Maybe the thing is AI. That's how they communicating with us. I don't know. Might want to get the Pelosi tracker. Oh yeah, I heard people talking about that because she winning. Pelosi just winning every day. You heard Nvidia is good day trading stock. There's a app that you could track what these Congress people are voting on. I mean, investing in. And I know she's winning. You said 3 Eye Atlas is very interesting. I know. I don't know. We don't. I don't know. They're not telling us really what it is. It's like some of these YouTubers are telling us in their own way. Who or what created the massive design? Which massive design? Oh, now the Taiwan situation is interesting because Taiwan, they create a lot of semiconductors, chips, and stuff like that. Now, if China makes a move on Taiwan, that's gonna cripple us. Um, it's gonna hurt everything, car manufacturing, everything. And they saying that's a reason why we want to take over the oil from that country so we could sustain ourselves. But China take over Taiwan, that'll be an interesting situation. But the thing is, China has a lot of investments over here. They dependent on us as well. They have a lot of investments, whether it's real estate or whatever the case is. They have a lot over here, a lot at stake. So I don't know if it's going to really get that far. I don't know. But I know a lot of countries are thinking about going away from the dollar. That's always a threat as well. You said China got rare earth elements, but America and Japan, I think, has got the most barren boron. You purchased a Russian oil stock? Alibaba is the Chinese stock I got decades ago. If you got that in real life, you got a lot of money. If you purchased that a long, long time ago, you're rich right now. Rich. You said boron is solid rocket fuel to go Mach 20. Also, I can't remember what North Korea has. They have tungsten. I can't remember tungsten mines, and they have a lot more in the central what is it the decentralized military zone, the DMZ, that divides the tungsten mines, and they realize that North Korea has more of it. So that's a thing as well. And they trade with Russia, and they trade with Russia and who else? They trade with other people with that. They don't trade with us though, I don't think. The trend right now, I knew it was going to be a trend again. People day trading. What's her name? She says she's a day trader. Remember the lady that was brought up in the Diddy trial? Her name is Gina. They said he was dating this young girl named Gina. Well, she came out and said she's a day trader. She said Puff didn't buy her this house. She said she bought this house herself. And she showed her computers of her day trading. She said, I'm a day trader. So a lot of people are taking the day trading again. I hate those when you online, these people say, hey, I could show you my wins and stuff and just follow me for free. And then when you hit them to follow them for free, then they want you to buy something. I thought you said I could follow you for free and I could see what you're trading on. And he said, I give my trades away 100% with no money. I'm like, it has to be a catch here. So then I click on it and then it's want all my information. I'm like, nah, I'm good, man. Now you want my information, and yeah, they always lying. Do you think 3i is really alien? If it's a man ship, yeah, it's alien, but we're alien too. We're alien to them. But this one guy that is doing all this talking, he said that they're not, he said they're human. They're just more advanced than we are. And they gave us all our technology in the past, and they just coming by to say hello again. But they've been watching us from the deeper parts of the cosmos, from the center part of the cosmos. They've been watching us. And I guess they decided to come do some spring cleaning. I gotta find. Let me see. I wish I had it prepared for today's show. What this guy is saying. Wait, what is this? Okay, Nick Reiner appeared in LA courtroom for the first time after being charged with parents' murder. Let me see how he looked. I thought they said they had to hold off for a minute.
Counsel from the DA's office, and January 7th, with the court's permission, will be a convenient date for us to come back for petition hearing.
At this time, I'll take a waiver, speedy arraignment waiver from his client. Mr. Right to a speedy arraignment. Your counsel is requesting that your arraignment be continued to January 7th, 2026. Waive your right to a speedy arraignment so that your arraignment can be heard. And does counsel join in the waiver?
I join, Your
The
Honor.
court finds that the defendant has made a knowing and intelligent waiver of his right to a speedy arraignment, and that's counsel joins in that waiver. January 7th, 2026. Anything further?
No, thank you.
Thank you.
They're not showing him. I don't see him anywhere. He might be behind a door or something. I know he's freaking out.
Good morning, Your Honor. Alan Jackson, along with
I gotta ignore y'all right now. I gotta put this thing up.
Philip Rivers might have just.
Oh, let me see. Um, wait. All right. Yeah, well, I'll find it the next time. But this guy was like talking about different things that is going on. You see, you can always set it at a certain price, and if it hits that price, it will sell automatically. Yeah, buy low and sell high, make a profit. That's what these young people are doing now. It's like a trend again. It was like that years ago as well. Then they changed the algorithm on it. But they saying they making money. Some people are. So I think you can still make money. But I don't understand it. You know how they look at those those sticks. Like, okay, if this do this and this go like this, and I don't understand none of that. I tried to get into it before, but you want 3 hour to pull up, and you see how dreary it looks out here right now. Well, out here where I'm at, everything look just dreary. Now that'll be messed up. Friday is so cloudy out here, I can't see nothing. Man, you said you can never go wrong with Franklin Nevada stock. Like, what do you mean? Like, never go wrong? Like day trading? Let me look at that real quick. What's the symbol on it? "1990 mysterious etchings appeared in the Oregon desert." Yeah, I know. If it want me to see it, I'll see it. I know. You said it's a solid stock. It almost never goes down. FNW. Okay, let's see. Is it a forex? Is it something off? It's not on the exchange, is it? It must be a forex or something. I can't find it. It must be a foreign. Is it a foreign stock? Like, is it like something like? Oh, I thought so. It's in Canada. That's right. Yeah, Costco is always really good. Let me see. Um, see. Oh, I got it. Yeah, yeah. It's just pretty. It's pretty solid. You said 6 months ago. Wait, let me see. You said they did say we might have an alien invasion before That's hilarious. That'll mess up everybody Christmas. Wait a minute, I'm still here. Give me 1 second. All right. I want to know if AI could help me find these stocks that I could day trade on. I never tried yet. I'm sure it can. They also said when Chat GPT. Let me see, which one is it on now? It's on 5.2. They said once Chat GPT 7 come out, it'll be doing that for us. We'll be able to it'll find stocks for you to day trade in, and it'll set it for you. Like, okay, it'll tell you where to set it so you can sell and make money. You know what? Let me see. Let's do it now. Let's see. Chat GPT. Let me start a new chat. Let's see. Can you help me find stocks to day trade? Watch this. It's probably going to say no. Oh, wait a minute. It said, it actually gave me some. It says I can generate a live day trading watch list for today's market open with entry, exit levels, and risk rules. Just tell me. Yeah, it can help you. Holy crap. It says your risk tolerance, low, medium, high, your capital to trade with, whether you want only large cap, meme, volatile, or leverage ETFs. Let me know. Guys, yeah, it can help you. It sure can. It sure can. This thing is beast mode. Damn right, this thing can help. You said I would begin slow and low with Chat GPT. You said Disclosure Day is an upcoming American science fiction film produced and directed by Steven Spielberg. You know, the funny thing is, when the last time I was in California, I ran into Steven Spielberg. I ran right into him. He was at the airport picking his wife up, and people were blowing at him because he was holding up traffic because he had a hard time getting her luggage in the car because he had a 2-seater. He picked her up in his Corvette. And she was like, "Why did you pick me up in this car? I got luggage." But he managed to get the luggage back there somehow. But he was holding up traffic though. And people were like cussing at him, all types of stuff. Yeah, Steven Spielberg. Yeah, I know they got the apps. I use that one. It's the Wall Street one, the Wall Street investor one I use. I think it could be just another normal day. Because I think this thing is doing a flyby. But in any way we look at it, we 48 hours away. Any way you look at it. But okay, so getting back to this, the tail in front of it. How is it there a tail in front of it? Because it's a bridge. It's a part of the ship. That's why stuff is flying off. It looks like it's a tail in front of it. That's what I think. You said, look at B-Lay. I knew I was waiting for you to say that. You said, hold on, how can a tail be in the front? I know. See how she said it right? It was a delay. Like, hold on, back. What are you talking about? I know that's what you're saying. Wait, hold on. What are you talking about? How is there a tail in front of it? Yeah, it's a tail in front of it. There's two tails in back of it and a tail in front of it. What the guy is saying is it's not a tail, it's a bridge in front of it. And it's, you know how big it is? It's so big, B lady, that it could park up around us and reach the moon. That's how big it is. I knew somebody was gonna say that. I was waiting for it. Like, wait a minute. Cause see, B lady, you weren't here when we gave that presentation earlier. You weren't here. He think it's a part of the spaceship. Yeah, it's like the caboose leading the train. But that thing is so big, it can connect the Earth to the moon. That's how big it is. You said as long as the bridge doesn't land on, I'd see, hey, no, I don't think it's gonna land on Earth. Because when it makes its closest approach to Earth, it's like, do anybody remember how hold on, let me research it right now. I'll tell you, it's so long, it's like it's really far away. When 3i Atlas makes its closest approach to Earth, how many miles away from Earth? Watch, I'm gonna tell you right now. Look, I'm probably talking to 3i Atlas right now and shit on this thing. The interstellar comet 3i Atlas will make its closest approach to Earth on December 19th, 2025. And at this time, it will be about 168 million miles or 270 million kilometers away from the planet. So it's going to be 168 million miles away. That's a long way. That's real far. It says, for reference, the distance is roughly 1.8 times the average Earth to the sun distance. One astronomical unit, 93 million miles. So even at its nearest, 3i Atlas is extremely far from Earth. Far enough that it poses no threat and will require telescopes to observe it. So yes, it's making its closest approach, but here's the thing what they're not telling us though. Even though it's that far away, we still should be able to see it. But we're not. It's dimming. So, and they're not telling us why it's dimming. So, you say you're not interested in the moon or going there. LOL. Let those folks in NASA who wanted to go there and take the bridge there. Yeah, I'm not interested in going to the moon either. I'm not. I don't find no interest in it to go to the moon. Now, I got to really figure out this day trading because I think people are using ChatGPT to do this. That's my next project. I'm going to have to work on that sometime soon. It says your risk tolerance. It gave me some stocks, though. It says stocks must trade lots of shares to get in and out fast. Volatile creates opportunity, bigger swings, bigger profit potential, and risk. Okay. Stocks must trade lots of shares. Let's see. Tesla, NVDA, Mara. It's a crypto related. It has big swings. Let me look at this one. MARA. Mara Holdings. It's at $10 right now. Hold on, let me see. Let me see what this looked like in 3 months. Yeah, this is something where you got to get in and out. This is a stock you got to get in and out of. I'm just looking at it now. It's a stock that you got to watch throughout the day. You got to watch it. You got to like call your, yeah. I see why this is a good stock. Look, it just said the share was $10, right? And it went all the way down to like 9. And now it's back to 10. This is really volatile. Because of these damn day traders, man. There's a lot of people day trading out here. Yeah, there's a lot of people day trading this stock. I can see it. Now it's at 10:01. Then it went down to 9.93. And then it went to 10:01. That was an opportunity right there. Yeah, people are day trading this stock right now. They day trading the hell out of it. You said a delivery guy here pulled up in a Tesla, and I thought it was cool. You said the doors on each side went up like a Lamborghini. Damn, your delivery guy had the Tesla like that. Man. Let's see. These people kill me. Let me see. I got a video that I put on TikTok 2 days ago. It's at 417,000 views. You know, the thing is, there's no rhyme or reason to this algorithm. It was just a basic video. It's no rhyme or reason. You know how people say, oh, you got to do this to get these views. You got to do this. You got to do this. You got to wear a red sweater. You got to look like this. You got to smile. It's all a lie, man. It's all a lie. You just never know which one is going to hit. I don't know why these people it's like they're scammers. Like, yeah, you got to upload it this time. Make sure you upload it this time. And make sure you're sitting straight in your chair, looking like and smiling. People are crazy. I cannot tell you why this thing got so many views. Can't tell you. You just got to keep doing it. That's the only thing I can say. Fifty talking about making a documentary on everybody. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. Let me see. You say YouTube is just cracking down. Yeah, they are. They deleted a lot of channels. The ones that they know that's like it seem fake, they deleting those channels. Like if you're not putting your own voice to it and you using all AI, they deleting those. They are. For sure they are. Anyway, guys, let me get out of here. I'll be back. I'll be back a little later. Um Just wanted to talk about 3i Atlas real quick. But I will be back, guys. Thanks for joining.